Today, thanks to Zango, we're at number 70 Wakefield Avenue in Ainslie. We don't just have Holly the video star with us, we've got Holly the podcast star as well. We'll talk a little bit about that shortly. Right now, though, we need to have a look through another beautiful cottage-style property here in Ainslie. Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much, Cam. Yes, here we are on Wakefield Avenue, not in the gardens, just a little bit down from the shops. So this is a really nice, quiet position, I think, in the Ainslie Wakefield Gardens Heritage Precinct. What's really special about this house is, like all these beautiful heritage homes, you have an amazing facade that is preserved and protected under the heritage guidelines, yet, fantastic amenity towards the rear that's just sort of hidden behind hedges and beautifully appointed.
Every time I see one of these Ainslie properties and see the address, then you've got most of them, I walk up to it and I just can't wait to walk in to see what's going to be there. And it doesn't disappoint here, does it?
No, this one has had quite a number of modifications over the years, and so it's very open plan now. There's really large bedrooms, and then there's this fantastic wing to the rear which has got a main bedroom and an ensuite. And so I think there's real opportunity here for maybe more mature families to operate with some flexibility as well on the floor plan.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You walk down through the back and on the right-hand side, the little walkway out, and you just know that it would have been a massive backyard back in the day, but it's a really good use of space, isn't it?
It really is, and I think there's flexibility for multi-generational families as well. There's a possibility that you could separate this home and have a separate accommodation wing.
So this area that we're in now incorporates a dining area, this living area and the kitchen.
Yes, it does. And you can see with the high ceilings, it makes it feel like an incredible open and spacious area. I really love the detailing of this home, particularly the facade, which has got the really heavy render that you see in these heritage homes, but the red brick details all throughout around the windows and the sash windows. So that makes it very distinct from the street, but also the ripple glass as you come up to the front door, and these little inserts into the brickwork, which are just little ledges where you can put a beautiful vase. So yeah, it's really gorgeous. Let's
wander on outside because there's a beautiful deck area and the pergola, which I absolutely love. It's been constructed and the tiles on top have got the same mossy style Ainslie rooftop feel to it as the main structure.
I think that's a really nice way to do an alfresco area with a heritage home. So you've got the open deck, which can be filled full of sunshine, but also some covered area, and keeping it in tying it into the home that's already here makes it really cohesive.
So you sort of touched on this. Who do you think comes in here and buys a place like this?
Well, there is just so many possibilities. We have so many wonderful buyers at the moment in Ainslie, and they're coming from interstate. They're looking for a downsizing home, which this would be perfect because it's single level. But then if you have children, or you've got maybe teenage children, they're going to the local high school, I think it really will cater for all demographics. And of course, if you're a footy fan, then you're only like 100 metres from the Ainslie Football Club, and you can hear the siren on Saturdays. So, I mean, it's just like the best of all locations.
It is literally a well-hit 7 iron away, isn't it, the footy club? But then on the other side, we've got the Ainslie shop. So, as we always do, shout out to Manuel up at the IGA. We've got Edgar's there as well. It's such a beaut shopping centre, isn't it?
It really is. And then I think too, you can't forget Pilot. It's got one of the most beautiful restaurants in Canberra, just tucked away quietly there at the Ainslie shop. So definitely, we know that the position is just primo.
Okay, I want to mention this podcast in a sec. Before we do that, how and when are we selling this one?
Saturday, the 19th of October, voting day here in Canberra. So you won't miss it, won't forget it.
Absolutely. Stand in the auction group and cast a vote for this, or cast a bid, really, isn't it? Okay, very quickly, the podcast. What do you got going?
Well, we've just launched our first episode on our podcast, In the Pod, and we met with Domestic Violence Crisis Service and did a really great interview there with Sue, just to understand how we can, as businesses, help, with that organisation. So anyway, it's up and running. It's only short, sharp and fast, because that's how we operate. So if you want to check it out, it's on Spotify.
Lovely. All right. Well, as always, it's great fun chatting to you. Thank you so much for having us here.
Thanks, Cam.
Okay, 70 Wakefield Avenue right here in Ainslie. Thanks to Zango.